I had unsolicited advice for the leadership of the Big Ten. They don't need advice from me, but they were going to get it anyway. And I said, make a change. Do something that gets Ohio State into this playoff. It would be ridiculous because of rules you just made up 15 minutes ago to keep Ohio State from having a chance to get into the playoff. I said it yesterday here on this program. I brought Paul Feinbaum on to say it because I knew that would amplify the voice. And then sure enough, like 10 minutes after we finished, I saw these comments from Barry Alvarez, athletic director, Wisconsin, quote, "Our league can't keep Ohio State from having the opportunity to play in the Big Ten title game." Let me make sure that you're clear on what the rule is. The rule is that in the Big Ten, if you don't play at least 6 games in the regular season, you don't qualify to play in the Big Ten championship game. Ohio State has only played 4 because of coronavirus stuff. They are desperately trying to field a team that can play Saturday against Michigan State. And then they got a whole other level of concern the following weekend because Michigan has problems, and that's their last game. So as is currently constituted, if Ohio State can't play both of those games, they're not eligible for the Big Ten championship game, which means they're staring at being a 5-win team with no conference title on its resume, and that's what they're going to put forth to the College Football Playoff Committee. And if I had to bet on it, I would bet the committee puts them in anyway. But it's certainly not putting your best foot forward. And so I want to make very clear what I'm advocating. The Big Ten has 2 policies. One of them is the 21-day policy for players who test positive. I am not, repeat, not suggesting they change that. That is a decision they made based on players' safety and health that they obviously believed in. It should be pointed out 2 of the presidents of the universities within the conference are doctors. One of them is an epidemiologist. So they think they know something very important there, and I am in no way suggesting that they alter that. That stays in place. And if that winds up costing Ohio State for any reason, then it's more important. It is much more important to provide as much safety and all of that for the players as we possibly can under these circumstances. No, nothing else is more important than that. What I'm talking about is the completely arbitrarily selected 6 games. What is that? They just made that up. Like that wasn't written. That wasn't on some tablet somewhere. That didn't come down from above. They just decided that. It sounded reasonable at the time, but look at it in practice now. It's going to keep Ohio State out of the Big Ten title game. So the Big Ten title game, I actually forgot to look at it. It's going to be Northwestern and Indiana. Indiana just lost its quarterback to a season-ending injury. So Northwestern and Indiana would play. One of them would be the Big Ten champion, which is great. I'd love to see Northwestern win the Big Ten championship, and I'd like to see them get a crack at Ohio State to try and do it. That's actually the game I want to see as a fan of Northwestern. If we lose, we lose. But I want to play the best team. But the point of it is that if Ohio State doesn't get a chance to play in that game, then they don't get a chance to be the Big Ten champion. So they're way behind the 8 ball. So now, I mean, the SEC has 3 teams that might be ahead of them in line, and the ACC definitely has 2. So in my opinion, just change it. Just make it 5. I mean, just say, well, the circumstances changed. We have to be flexible. On August 11th, we said we weren't playing at all. Now we're doing that. So on October whatever, we said you need to play 6 games. Now we're changing that. It's not that hard. You could do it. I don't think anyone will have anything negative to say about it. So just do it. Just put Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game against Northwestern. Give us our crack at them. Maybe Northwestern beats them and the whole thing becomes irrelevant. If Ohio State wins, then fair enough. Then they're a Big Ten champ and they have a much better resume to try and get into the college football playoff. So to me, the fact that Barry Alvarez said it is a very good sign. And all I'll say in response is, you're welcome. Like most geniuses, I won't be fully appreciated until long after my time. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.